Welcome to this lesson on conservation biology. Conservation biology is one of the most important fields in ecology today. It focuses on protecting the incredible diversity of life on our planet. As human activities continue to impact natural ecosystems, understanding how to preserve species and their habitats has become critical for maintaining the health of our planet and ensuring a sustainable future for generations to come. Conservation biology is a scientific discipline that emerged in response to the growing biodiversity crisis. It is focused on studying and protecting biodiversity, which means the variety of all living things on Earth. This field works to prevent species from going extinct and to maintain ecological integrity, which refers to keeping ecosystems healthy and functioning properly. Conservation biologists use scientific methods to understand threats to nature and develop strategies to protect it. Biodiversity faces four major threats in the modern world. First, habitat loss, primarily through deforestation and land conversion for agriculture and urban development, destroys the homes of countless species. Second, climate change is altering ecosystems and forcing species to shift their ranges or adapt to new conditions. Third, overexploitation through unsustainable hunting, fishing, and harvesting depletes populations faster than they can recover. Finally, invasive species, which are non-native organisms introduced to new environments, can disrupt local ecosystems by outcompeting native species for resources. There are two main approaches to conservation. In-situ conservation means protecting species in their natural habitats. This is done through establishing national parks, wildlife reserves, and other protected areas where species can live and reproduce safely in the wild. Ex-situ conservation, on the other hand, involves preserving species outside their natural habitats. This includes maintaining populations in zoos and botanical gardens, storing seeds in seed banks, and preserving genetic material in gene banks. Both approaches are essential and often work together to ensure species survival. Protected areas are fundamental tools for conservation. National parks are strictly protected ecosystems designed specifically to safeguard wildlife and their habitats with minimal human interference. Wildlife sanctuaries provide safe havens where endangered species are protected from hunting and habitat destruction. Biosphere reserves take a different approach by attempting to balance conservation with sustainable human use of natural resources. Marine protected areas focus on safeguarding ocean biodiversity by restricting fishing and other extractive activities in designated ocean zones. The International Union for Conservation of Nature has established categories to assess how threatened species are. Critically endangered species face an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild in the immediate future. These are species on the brink of disappearing forever. Endangered species have a very high risk of extinction in the wild, meaning their populations are declining rapidly and they need urgent protection. Vulnerable species face a high risk of extinction, indicating their populations are decreasing and they require conservation attention before their situation becomes more dire. Conservation biologists use several strategies to help endangered species recover. Captive breeding programs breed endangered species in controlled environments like zoos, with the goal of eventually reintroducing them to the wild once their populations are stable. Habitat restoration involves rebuilding degraded ecosystems by replanting native vegetation, removing pollutants, and restoring natural water flows to create suitable environments for wildlife. Wildlife corridors are protected pathways that connect fragmented habitats, allowing species to move between isolated populations, which is crucial for genetic diversity and finding resources. Certain regions of the world contain exceptionally high levels of biodiversity and are priorities for conservation. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest and contains more species than any other terrestrial ecosystem on Earth. Eastern Australia is home to unique endemic marsupial species found nowhere else on the planet. The Western Ghats of India exhibit high endemism and species richness, meaning many species exist only in this region. Madagascar, an island nation, has evolved unique fauna and flora in isolation, making it one of the most biologically distinct places on Earth. Successful conservation increasingly involves local communities as partners rather than just imposing restrictions from outside. Local participation means engaging indigenous peoples and local communities in conservation decisions, recognizing that they often have the most at stake and the most knowledge about local ecosystems. Creating sustainable livelihoods through activities like ecotourism provides economic opportunities that make conservation beneficial to local people. Integrating traditional knowledge means combining the indigenous wisdom accumulated over generations with modern conservation science to create more effective and culturally appropriate conservation strategies. Conservation biology teaches us that protecting biodiversity is not just the job of scientists or governments alone. It requires collective action from all sectors of society. Governments must create and enforce environmental laws. Scientists must continue researching and monitoring ecosystems. Local communities must be empowered as stewards of their natural resources, and individuals must make sustainable choices in their daily lives. Only by working together can we ensure a sustainable future where both human societies and the natural world can thrive. The decisions we make today will determine what kind of planet future generations inherit.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.